Hi everyone, welcome back to Forma Therapy. This is the Culture Study. I'm the channel's video producer and your host. You can call me PD. And today we are checking out Smiley featuring BIBI by YENA. This is YENA's solo debut, and if I seem excited more than most, it's because out of all the IZ*ONE members, YENA was and is my favorite. Not only is she funny and hilarious and has a great personality, but she is also just an excellent performer. She was always eye-catching. I love her spin move in Panorama. Like, YENA is probably definitely one of the biggest reasons why I got into IZ*ONE even more so. So I have been excited for this ever since IZ*ONE members have been debuting solo. Now, the BIBI feature is interesting. BIBI, as an artist, always, whenever she puts out her own work or even the songs that she features on, they're always interesting. And so just that BIBI stamp on this song already makes me think, this is going to be interesting. It's not going to be your typical bog standard K-pop song, but we'll see. Now, before we get into the video, if you guys want to support the channel and if you like IZ*ONE content, consider checking out our Patreon. We have been reacting to IZ*ONE content for like over a year or maybe a year now, ever since we really got into IZ*ONE last year. We're actually nearing the tail end of our IZ*ONE journey. We're about to start Produce 48 next month, which is going to be our second to last show before we check out their final concert, which is going to be our last piece of IZ*ONE content. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. We are also starting up YENA's Animal Detective next month in February, and we're going to be doing a listening party for YENA's debut EP on our Patreon as well. So if you want to check all that out, you can go to our Patreon. Of course, you don't have to support us monetarily if you don't want to, or you just can't. We totally understand. You could always just like the video or subscribe. Subscribe down below. We're going to be checking out any of the other IZ*ONE members' debuts and comebacks in the future as well. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Guys, let's get into the video. This is Smiley featuring BIBI by YENA, and this is your Forma Therapy.
Breaking news. A new superhero is reported to be seen at the Eiffel
Tower yesterday. Sprinkle hearts and smileys, which apparently have the power to make people happy. The name of this hero is Smiley YENA, and her intention is to smile the world and
Interesting.
belong to the universe. Where is the next target? What is the limit of her smile tower?
울지마 어린 아이같이 웃는 게 내게는 거라고 You're so cute, you're so dumb 네가 하는 말이 오늘따라 듣기 싫어 하늘을 한번 쳐다보고 내가 꾹 참고 맘을 다잡고 내게 밝게 웃어줄게
This is straight. Oh, shit. I see. Interesting. So BIBI's playing the villain role, both in the music video and in the lyrics. This is perfect. This is actually perfect. This is one of the best features I've ever seen. Like, conceptually. Oh. The rock-driven chorus is really dope. Oh my god, this is wild. Oh wow, an actual 2D drawn sequence. Oh my god! Fantasy Lab. I think the best way to describe YENA's debut is with one word. Whoa. That was shocking how good it is. Now, I do think this is actually a little bit difficult to rate and review with without a biased perception because, and I think anyone who's an IZ*ONE fan or even a YENA fan can understand this. This song is, I feel like, very appropriate for YENA. This song feels very YENA. And so because of that, I feel like we have a deeper understanding of the song that I'm not quite sure if people weren't IZ*ONE fans or are not even familiar with YENA's personality. I think even just being vaguely familiar with YENA's personality will help with understanding this, how this song really suits YENA. Like, this isn't just someone doing a concept or a song given to them. This feels like, from the music video alone, the concept of like the superhero, and then the idea of this song. She's a superhero who wants to make everyone smile, who makes the world smile. Even just the concept of that lyrically suits YENA. She is a mood maker. She is an energizer. She's like the Energizer Bunny, right? She is that injection of happiness, and they translated that somehow perfectly through the song. And YENA is also very weird, and I mean that very lovingly. And so the way they combined like that sort of zaniness and ridiculousness also into the music videos, it has a sort of Saturday morning cartoon sort of vibe. It suits YENA. Everything about this just suits YENA. And here's the thing. I think so far with the IZ*ONE releases, the solos anyways, I think when you're in a group, you're a little bit more constrained, like like with IVE. Although I think that IVE's 11 definitely suited Yujin and Wonyoung's debut. But if you take into account like Yuri, or if you take into account Eunbi, their solo debuts, everyone's solo debuts feel very much like, oh, this suits them. This is like very much their color, you know? And so like, I think YENA's no exception. Like, obviously there are different labels, but I'm kind of amazed by how each label has really perfectly captured the artist's essence with their solo debuts, which is, I think, very important for a solo debut. But YENA had like the most non-traditional type, you know, and they kind of made it work. And I really like that BIBI feature. The BIBI feature is what I think even adds more into the zaniness and the quirkiness of the music video. I had a feeling just because it had a BIBI feature, I'm like, BIBI is, I mean, if you add BIBI to the song, it's going to have a very interesting mix up to it. And the fact that she played a villain both in the music video and lyrically was super interesting. It was super cool. The music video also was shot really, really well. I'm a big fan of just the cinematography in this music video and the color grading as well. Color grading is like super, super rich and very dynamic, especially like the portions where she's out in the snow right here. YENA looked super badass right here. Yeah, look at that shot. She looks badass. This is a dope shot. And I think this also is because of who the label that she's with, the visual like look to it. She's with Yeha, right? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but they also have Everglow under their belt. And Everglow's music video has like this sort of cinematic look to it. I don't think it's the same team that shot both music videos, but it has that kind of really epic sort of cinematic vibe to it that I notice in Everglow's videos. And so I think her label does quite an incredible job at capturing a much more cinematic element to music videos. Now, the song, I mean, this song should not be as good as it is. And I think there are several elements that really make this work. One, I don't think there's any talk singing in this. Now, there's nothing wrong with talk singing. But talk singing was definitely a big part of IZ*ONE's identity. And I think what threw me off definitely was there's no rapping in this either, aside from BIBI. And YENA was one of the designated rappers in IZ*ONE. And so seeing her sing a full song, you know, she sung here and there, but like seeing her sing a full song like this and handle it on her own and then not rap, because I love YENA's rapping. I love YENA's rapping. But the fact that she didn't do that really showed not only a different side of herself, but not even doing the talk singing thing, all vocals, all vocals. All singing. That's one thing I think is a very important tool for this song. This is a very cheesy song. It's a very cute song, but it's also feel good. She says she wants to make the world smile. That's the whole point of the song. And knowing YENA, that I feel like is also like her approach to the song. Not having talk singing and doing like an all like much more melodical vocal rendition for the song was the perfect choice because it makes the song feel more earnest. I think if you had done the typical talk singing thing that like IZ*ONE used to do, I think it would have cheapened the song just a little bit. And that's not to discard any IZ*ONE songs. It works for the IZ*ONE songs, but it wouldn't work for Smiley. I think, and especially because K-pop is just like, I feel like talk singing is just as prominent as just regular vocals on a song. So, you know, I think it's pretty rare or it's pretty interesting to see a song not have any sort of talk singing, especially for someone like YENA who came from a group that had so much talk singing. And I think it really feeds into the positive energy of the song that she is showing off her vocals, but also this chorus. Hold on. This sounds a little bit like early 2010s, mid 2000s sort of K-pop rock. Specifically, who this reminds me of is her vocals are not as strong, but Yunha, when she was coming out of Japan and first hitting the Korean scene, the kind of music that she was putting out, it was a lot of pop songs with a rock-driven element to it. And so, like, I get, like, she almost feels like a predecessor of like certain like previous K-pop songs. Like I see little bits of like 낭만 고양이, Romantic Kitty. I forgot who the artist for that was. Or like Yuna's like early stuff. I'm blanking on names, but like the chorus here, it doesn't sound like it, but that the vibe, the happy vibe kind of reminds me of like Yuna's maybe like 비밀번호 486. And it's also the top line. The top line is just really, really good. It's really catchy. Even that part, like you can feel the earnesty that she's putting into there. You can hear the effort that she's putting into it. Admittedly, you know, YENA is like, let's say, not as strong a vocalist as most other people, but I feel like this is the start of her journey as a vocalist because, you know, in IZ*ONE, she did vocal stuff here and there, but largely she did a lot of rapping. And so because of that, maybe her vocal chops are not as trained up, but this is like good enough still. But I feel like this is the start of her journey. I feel like if this is the path that she goes down in terms of like her pop songs, it's gonna be super, super dope. So is the idea that this person has been locked up in here all this time, and then YENA frees him? Oh, is it the little boy from the beginning that she gives the balloon to? Oh, hold on. I wonder if this is also like Koreans love Marvel. I wonder if this is a Guardians of the Galaxy reference, just with the glove and then especially because it's orange, the orange earbuds. Oh, it is the same kid. Interesting. So something happened to this kid where he got locked up in here, and then she disappeared all this time, and then she comes to save him and then releases him from his form. Oh, that's really poetic. I didn't realize that. Oh my goodness. And then this whole ending portion, I think, is shot so well. I love like the stage lighting that it gives off. It makes her look really, really epic. She kind of looks like Cinderella in that outfit. Dude, they don't make songs like this, like, anymore. Like, I think the best way I can describe Smiley is that it's a timeless song. It's a timeless song for all ages. It's not just a K-pop song. I think K-pop songs definitely, especially in Korea, have like a very big like barrier in terms of like Koreans view it as like it's stuff for kids, and I totally understand that sentiment. Obviously there's still older K-pop fans, but I think Smiley is one of those songs where it's genuinely timeless, and I think it's definitely a song that's going to be sort of a classic and is going to carry on for many years to come and maybe even decades to come. Smiley, like 11 out of a 10 debut. I think like both the music video, the rap feature, BIBI's feature is so dope. And she not only elevates the song by adding in her rap portion, she is also like it's giving YENA more of an opportunity to do the vocals, because YENA could have done the rap part, but what it like bringing in BIBI, especially because BIBI like can work that villain look as well, right? She totally fits that very villainous, but like, oh, she's kind of cool and you kind of dig it and you kind of want to like root for her sort of vibe. She has that vibe to her, so she was a perfect feature. But she not only elevates the song, she elevates the lyrics, she elevates the music video, she elevates everything. Very few features, even good features, don't often elevate an entire song like that. So I think that one was definitely a very, very big thing. But overall, like, I think everything, it just works on all cylinders. Lyrics, the intention of the song, the singing, the feature, the music video, everything. 11 out of 10. It is beyond perfect. It is above my standards of what I was even expecting from YENA. I don't know what I was expecting from YENA, but this is just a different realm. This, just amazing, amazing. Guys, I'd love to know, what are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I love Smiley. I think it's an incredible, incredible song. I think it's an incredible concept, but I'd love to know your thoughts. Guys, if you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments down below. Once again, if you want to support the channel and check out bonus IZ*ONE content in the future, go ahead and visit our Patreon. You go to patreon.com/warmtherapy. We're going to have bonus content over there. Of course, if you don't want to support us monetarily, you can always support us for free by hitting the like button down below. Subscribe. We're going to have a subscribe button right here. Hit the notification bell. We're going to check out other content from other Aizawan members in the future. So if you want to stay tuned for that, make sure to hit the notification bell. Check out our other videos over here, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.